So ladies and gentlemen, start clapping now. Start clapping now. Start clapping now for my friend, my brother, the comedy of Mr. Freez Luv.
We have to know what this fucker is. All the Latino people are like, I know what he is. I know he's Puerto Dominican. He's something. I know him. He looks like my cousin Luis. Look at him. Oh my goodness, he looks like Luis. Is that Luis? Mira, cállate la boca. Shh, be quiet. Listen, that's Luis. What happened? What happened? I thought he was... Oh my gosh, that's Luis. He getting bigger. He's doing something good. All you Middle Eastern people, you're like, no, it's not Luis. That is Habibullah. I know Habibullah. No, look, Habibullah from the village. The one that rings the bell telling me that's not Habibullah. Oh my gosh, look at him. He's doing well. Habibullah, look at him. Oh my goodness.
Introducing the one and only Mr. TMI. Now check it. He's Mr. TMI, known as the Bearman, aka homie the black sheep. He got the news, the stories, the topics, and so many things that you won't believe. Dropping these jewels and knowledge and giving advice and perspective on everything. He got them hard discussions, rotor-driven, buzzing, tune in, don't miss anything. Bringing the best of variety of different guests, keeping it real and less as they dress to impress. Every day chasing the check, follow, subscribing, request, it's time to decompress. Get everything off his chest, taking you guys on the quest into the mind of the podcast champion, and then telling y'all what he suggests. New season looking brighter, another level, take it higher. With all this info he acquired, giving whole stories the entire. Only here to inspire. Feel the heat, he on fire. Now hope that I got your attention to jump in the building. Y'all watching Mr. TMI.
Yeah, she got me on here by myself. You gotta take the background down. You gonna leave it like that? I got it. Hold up. See, we mess up all the time. All right, we finally got it right. That's right.
Success.
My news, hosted by Mr. TMI Tate and my co-host, my brother, none other than the headliner, the main event, the one, comedian Thomas J in the building. What's going on, big man?
What's going on? What's cracking, everybody? It's your man Thomas J here with Mr. TMI on a Tuesday night. Y'all know how we do it here. TMI News Edition, hosted by Mr. TMI. Boom.
All them T's. I know that screen wet as hell.
I mean, no, that's why I got a screen right here. See, this protects my microphone and my computer from all that stuff. Man, quit being a hater. That's
the
what you
spit
doing.
blocker.
Yeah, makes me sound crisp. My letters and my pronunciation is crisp.
Well, I tell you one thing, Mr. Crisp, we got a hell of a show tonight. We got a hell of a show because we got a hell of a special guest in the building. And we ain't gonna waste no time. It's showtime. It's time to bring the man to the stage. None other than the man, the myth, the legendary Mr. Freez Luv. What up, Freez?
Where them hecklers at? Where them hecklers at? Where them funky hecklers at? Where them hecklers at? Man, where them hecklers at? Where them hecklers at? Give me my goddamn guy.
Dang, I feel like I feel like running right now. That intro was I feel like running around in a circle right now. That
Almost had
intro
him.
was so spicy. Freeze, what up, man?
There we go. I'm in the show.
You
Hey,
in the
in the
show?
show.
What's
In the
up,
show
bro?
now.
Ah,
Hey, Freeze, welcome to TMI News,
got me?
man. How you doing? We got you.
hey, man, thank you, brothers, for having me on here, man. You know, don't be a, you know,
Man,
hey,
it
look,
is our
I make
pleasure.
a big entrance. You
Dude,
understand?
it is our pleasure. Hey, you want that intro for the next time you hit the stage, right?
That's what I'm saying, man. What? Look, people gonna be sitting in the audience. They're gonna be going, and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait behind the curtain, and I'm gonna pop out like, "Hi, I'm downloaded, fools."
Man,
right on.
Yeah, I'm ready with the technology.
brother, it is
What's
it
good,
is an
man?
honor.
Hey,
Freeze and
man,
I have been phone buddies. Not like that, Thomas J. No homo.
I
But
mean, I felt like, I mean, I was like, I didn't hear about him being in prison, so I don't know.
Yeah.
no, none of that. Listen, man,
We gonna play pause on that one.
Yeah.
But
right.
Freeze and I, man, we've been friends over the phone for what? God, dog. I know it's been 5 years.
Yeah, listen, I first met you. I remember we were gonna do a show, and then the pandemic kind of knocked it out. And I had met you when you was doing just regular like audio interviews. So we was always over the phone. You had the radio popping, you know. And it's like here we are now, face to face, and it's like, damn, you don't sound like your voice. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought you was gonna be a stuffy dude, like with one of them teeny weeny afros and some real proper, you know, some real proper glasses, you know, like a dude with one of them big wide neckties, you know, like from the 7 like very, you know. But you got the hat. You a regular. You a cool brother. That's what's up, homeboy.
Say I'm a regular dude. You thought I was...
He just described you at work.
Yeah,
that's
you
all.
sounded real corporate. You be sounding real corporate, man. Like,
exactly.
You know, the guy, like, when you show up to work, everybody starts acting like they working. Like, here he is. Hey, good morning, Ted. Like, you know, nobody would get high in front of you. That's how the kind of voice you have. Like, it was, but see, now that I see you, man, I'll be like, yo, pass that tape. Give me that blood. Yeah, I see what's up.
Hey, and I'll take a little bump. I ain't gonna say I'm a major smoker, but I'll take a little bump and pass. Hey, that's funny as hell.
Hey, were you in Texas though?
Yeah. It's so true, man. I don't think you ever saw me. Yeah, we are in Dallas. You might well say Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas, yeah, man. You in Dallas. I mean, you know, Dallas is Texas. They got them signs. I listen to them signs. Whenever I go to Texas, I don't smoke no weed, none of that. I don't litter. I don't, the sign says, don't mess with Texas. I'm not messing, because if once you get in trouble, they can always drag you out of the life. I want you to read that sign out loud, boy. Don't mess with Texas. And don't you know, I imagine that happening.
They'll drag you
off
to
from
the
that.
sign.
You know, you're
Read
not
it.
far from that.
Man,
man, it's Texas, man.
Man, I'm scared of Texas on the real. That don't mess with Texas. I don't throw no gum, candy wrappers, or nothing out the window.
No, you don't, man. You don't do that in Texas. When you go to, let me tell you, I go all over Texas too. I got real diehard, good, solid Freez Luv fans in Texas. I love Texas, man, and I mean Corpus Christi, El Paso, Dallas, Houston. And when you say Dallas, man, I'm talking Arlington and Addison. I done been to both them spots, man, and really had awesome shows. It's hard to even think of a bad show I've ever had in Texas, any part of it. And I was just in Killeen. Good time in Killeen. It doesn't matter. Texas, what I love about y'all is you're different. Your cities are very different. And it's a whole different take on Texas. But it's all Texas, but it's a whole different take. You know, and I love that. I love the diversity of Texas, man. You know,
What's some of the accents that you catch out here?
Man, well, I'm gonna tell you, when you start talking about Texas, it's not, you got more of a drawl with it. They sort of pull on the words, and then they throw up all kind of words that they done made up, like take and put, ski. You hungry? Ski. And take and put. I'm like, what the hell is take and put? Take and put. Look, man, take and put it down like I care. Like I care.
Like that there.
I was like I care. Take and put, like I care. You hungry? Ski. Now, y'all know what I'm saying. The rest of the world don't know what the hell I'm saying. But y'all in Texas know, like I care. I'll break it down like I care, and I bet you'll understand it next time I tell you you hungry, ski right now. Because you might miss a meal.
Hey,
you might miss a meal fucking with me, player, and I'm going to keep it 100.
I've been in Texas I've been in Texas over 20 years, and I've been trying to get that light gak gear, and I can't get it.
Look, man, I had a roommate when I was in the Army. I had a crazy-ass white boy that was my roommate, Dennis Hale. Shouts out to Dennis Hale. Salute wherever the hell you are, Dennis. I hope you're still around, because that dude was a wild. That fool was wild. And that's what I learned all. He said, man, I'm going to tell you, man, you got to shine it up like that guy. And I'm like, what? He be trying to show me his boots. His boots would be glass. Looked like we was in Berlin, man. We had to be in uniform. Our uniforms in Berlin, we was on the platform for the world to see. That's what Berlin was. That was last outpost of freedom. And man, that dude, he's like, man, you got to have your boots spit shine like that guy, man. You should be able to see yourself like that guy. And I said, you're saying like that there. He said, what you think I'm saying? Like that guy. I ain't gonna waste time, put all them extra words and letters and shit. You know what the hell I mean, like that guy.
Wow.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Freeze, your journey is one of a kind. And we're now here because you have your special that you put out. First special in over 30 years of stand-up.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. And that's real. And thank you to everyone that has purchased. Thank you so much, man. Hey, we got a lot in Texas, too. Thank you, Texas. Texas shows up. Thank you, Cali. Every state has really been showing up. And I appreciate it. I'm so thankful, man. And it's 30 years. And you know, the thing is, I come from the era of comedy. You know, I started comedy in 1992, right at that summer. I started in November of 92. That summer here in Los Angeles, we had riots. We was tearing this bad boy up.
Yeah.
You know, so the comedy voice was really, especially from the hood, was needed. It was something that was needed. We had to laugh at something because we was really frustrated out here. And I hit it in 92 and right at the riot. So the way I approached it was I had a vibrant energy from the get-go, from the very start, you know?
Right.
And my career is crazy because 7 months, literally 7 months after starting stand-up, I'm now in the movie House Party 3. And not only in the movie, but I'm in the poster. And it went really quick. Like, bam, I didn't even understand or appreciate what I had, that people worked for years before that happens. I didn't know. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, you want to do comedy? Yeah, you go down to the comedy store, do comedy. Eddie Griffin's going to see you. He's going to take you and make you his opening act. And you're going to be in a movie right off the bat. And then from that, you're going to be in it was like stuff was just, don't know.
Just rolling up for you, just taking shape for you. Hey, on the real, for those of y'all that don't know, because some of y'all might be a little too young and wet behind the ears to know what Freeze is talking about. But, hey, go ahead. We're going to go ahead and show them what he's talking about. Go ahead and roll that clip, can you be?
Hey, yo, what up? This is Ex-Con Catering where we do chicken right. You know, something like the warden used to, whether you like it or not. I remember one time I was in jail, I didn't eat the food, they locked me in the hole. 6 weeks down there wondering why. Nobody came to visit, no phone calls, no nothing. I'm just down there starving because I didn't eat the damn food. I ain't got to eat the food the warden give me, you know what I'm saying?
Butcher, nigga, chill out. We got the pardon, we free. Chill out.
Yo, man, this ain't no damn Benny Hannes, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, this is all we want. Some chicken wings, hot dogs, and a case of 40s, you got that?
First of all, you need to calm the fuck down and go gargle, Funky.
Man, my name is Stinky. Stinky, all right?
Well, stinky, funky, smell hella bad, it's all the same.
Fuck all of that. Nigga, your name is Funky because you come up in here smelling like butt crack now.
Yo, squash all that, man. All I'm talking about, the food better be on. You hear what I'm saying?
Oh, look at this nigga, Mr. Baller, Mr. High Roller, Mr. Flash your fucking money. Well, since you got it like that, punk, pay a nigga now.
You got my food now? Or maybe, do you have my food now?
Fuck all the dumb shit. Let me tell you something. You don't come in this motherfucker making no goddamn demands. Nigga, fuck around and throw your punk ass on the grill.
Straight make some barbecue, bitch.
No, fuck all that. Nigga, bake all three. They punk asses make 3 bitch pie now.
Look, why don't we just give him all the money now, okay?
Yo, forget that kid, man. The original deal was a deposit. I refuse to be intimidated by these 3 losers. That's bullshit, man. It's just bullshit.
Especially like some midget like you hairy bastard.
Kick it, cuz.
Look here, motherfucker, I will kick you in your nuts and make your jaws swell.
You think you won't? You think you won't, you punk ass niggas, huh?
Such a legendary moment.
Man.
Hey, that scene right there, as well as that movie, lives in the heart of everybody in my generation. Everybody in my generation.
But wait, before we go any further, real quick, did you see the price of oxtails on there? It was only $5.75. And now these goddamn grocery stores selling it for $40, $50. Man, you know what? Take me back there. Take me back there. Hey,
Man, let me tell you. That's
salute
real.
you again, Freeze, man. I'm definitely a fan. I mean, a fan of your work and being in the game myself as well. Can you do me a solid? You remember your first gig?
I do. Yo, matter of fact, listen, the first time I hit the stage, it's in my special. I talk about it. So I don't want to talk about it.
You don't
right
spin there.
here.
You don't even spin there.
But it's in Throwing Apples.
I
talk about it. And I'm gonna tell you, you'll never forget that first time. But
never.
It's I will tell you about my first time in New York. How about that?
Oh.
Not my first time, but I went to New York after being in the game for 10 years and being in movies, being in TV. LA. I'm from LA. I did comedy in LA, and it was like I would hit a stage before I said, "Hey, what's up, y'all?" Everyone started laughing. It was like I could do no wrong, And I felt like, man, I'm not growing. I'm not being challenged, and I want to be challenged. I want to do stand up. So I was like, I got to go to New York, man. I got to go to New York City, man. And I'm going to tell you, I had a cousin that was living there, and he said, man, come through, man. Just come check it out. And I'd been to New York a few times, with Eddie Griffin. I'd been on the road, but it was always Def Jam. I shot that in New York, but that was always like to Manhattan, from the airport to 42nd Street and right back out. That's not New York. No. That is not New York. And I didn't know that. So I wanted to see what is Gotham? What is this? How is it? So I went. I stayed with my cousin, and I was like trying to figure out, I was like, am I gonna be here or not? And I was in Harlem, in Sugar Hill, in a section of Harlem they call Sugar Hill. And this was about 3 o'clock in the morning. And as I was walking up the street, and this brother said, hey, cat, hey, man, you're Freez Luv. And I was like, yeah, you know me. He says, nah, man. I was at the Comedy Store during my honeymoon, and you was roasting Joey Buttafuoco, man. You was tearing Joey Buttafuoco's ass up right in front of his wife, and she was loving it. I was like, yeah, I used to light Joey Buttafuoco up every week, and every time he would come in there, I would tear his ass up. And he loved it. Joey Buttafuoco and his wife were fans, and he saw that, and he says, listen, man, come in here, man. He says, come do a spot in my club right here. And I was like, your club? And I looked, and it was a club. It was a jazz club. 3 o'clock in the morning, Sugar Hill in Harlem. And then he looked at me and he put $300 in my hand. He said, man, just go touch my mic, man. You a comedian. You in Harlem. You gotta bless this mic, brother. Wow. And I was like, you know what? I will. And I went in there and I did like literally like an hour set from like 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. in Harlem. And it was like, it blew my mind because I'd never been to Harlem before that weekend, you know? This was a wild place. But the fact that here I am all the way from LA and I had a connection, just a spiritual connection of somebody through comedy, I was like, I gotta come here. And I did. And it was one of the best moves I made because New York is I'll tell, you know, LA is cool, but this is Hollywood, man. LA cares about who's in the audience. They don't give a damn about you on stage, man. They're trying to close deals, rub elbows. They're in the parking lot. You know what I mean? They're trying to be seen. You know, LA is LA, La La Land. This is Smoke and Mirrorsville, baby. They will, you know, LA is LA, but New York, it's not. New York is they have real people that don't give a damn about telling you you suck, and they don't give a damn about telling you you're great. They're real. Hey, you were hilarious. I'll see you any day of the week. And then you got other people like, hey, if I ever see you on the mic again, I'm turning right around and leaving. You know, they'll tell you. And it was a good experience, especially because, you know, even though LA and Dallas, these are big cities, but see, the thing that separates New York, I think, from all of this is that subway. That public transportation. Yes, everyone uses it. Everyone, millionaires, billionaires, hookers, junkies, thugs, doctors, attorneys, bums, everyone. And there's no window you can roll up. It's real life. It's right there. You see it. And as a comedian, as an actor, I was in heaven. I was like, look at all these examples of real people living their real life. And that was where I just had to come to some realizations. I had so many Arab people running up to me, just having conversations. Oh, I'm like, hey, who do you think I am? Like, what are you from? You're from Yemen? I'm like, no, I ain't from no Yemen. You know, and then you get Dominican people like, oh, man, I was on the bus in New York. I was on the bus in Brooklyn. This woman and her mom got on the bus and they sat across from me and I'm just riding the bus and the mom starts crying, looking at me and crying. I'm like, damn, am I that ugly? What is my breath kicking like that? Like this woman's crying. And her daughter says, no. I'm sorry. She's like, they were Dominican, right? She's like, you look like my brother who passed away a couple of years ago. You look so much like him. Where are you from in Dominican Republic? I'm like, I ain't from no Dominican Republic, you know, but wow. It's like, I start realizing people are people, man. We all look like somebody. Everybody. There's, you know,
I think we all got twins overseas.
Yes, we have that, you know, and sometimes they're from totally different cultures. So I wanted, you know, I developed that in New York, you know, a lot of that in New York, just firsthand. So, you know,
man, let me tell you something. You are well-traveled, obviously, but for you, it started with the military, right?
I was in the Army. Yeah, I was in the Army way back. And I started 2 weeks after high school, I was in the Army. Now, I graduated high school in 1984. Yeah.
Was it your choice or was it their choice?
Yeah, it was my choice, man. Let me tell you. Okay. I grew up in you know, Pasadena, California, you know, and I had a lot of friends on both worlds. I had like a lot of friends that was like, where you going after you graduate? Shoot, I'm going to the county and trying to get into prison, homie. You know, I had those type friends. And then I had other friends that was like, well, I'm going to UC Irvine. I'm going to Stanford. You know, so I had both worlds, you know?
Right.
And it was like, well, what are you going to do? And I was in ROTC in high school. I played sports and I was in ROTC. And I liked ROTC because my pops was in the Army, or he was in the Army Air Corps. And he used to tell us stories about when he used to, you know, when he was in the service, it was segregated. They had black troops and they had white troops. They were segregated when he was in. And he used to say how as the black troops, when we would go, he says, man, when we would go marching, man, them white boys we kill them white boys. Hold up, right, hold up, right there, hold up. So I was intrigued with like, wow, I was joining the Army thinking about that. I joined ROTC. I love singing cadence. I was in it for that. And then I went and joined the real Army and found out that, man, that ain't what this is.
Wait, ain't nobody doing no cadence? We not doing cadence.
Like, you know, they're like, oh yeah, we singing cadence, baby. We singing cadence with this here 50 cal. Watch how she sings. Ding, that motherfucker. Yo.
That's when you ran to the Texan dudes again.
But I love the military, and especially at that age, because what the military is you are forced to live with people that normally you may not even talk to. People that you may not ever talk to these people, but the next thing you know, they in the bunk right across from you. And you have to live together. It has to work. If it's going to work, there is no option of it not working. And that's what the military does. It is the military. This is what's going on. We don't care where you're from. We don't care about what you think. Now, there's a mission that has to get done. And if it isn't accomplished, guess what? It could mean our lives. Right. So it's that seriousness that people are forced to get along with each other. And then you start seeing, man, damn, as different as we are, we're all the same, man. We want to be loved. We want to be respected. We want our people to be straight. Everyone wants that. And I just think the human nature of how we make that difficult is interesting. And as a comedian, I'm going to bring it to the forefront and try to laugh at it because it's silly. It's silly not to get along.
So what's one of your most memorable moments while in the military?
Oh, man. I think there's so many, but I'm gonna tell you one time, I'll never forget this, man. I was in, as a young soldier, I was 19 years old, man, and I was in Berlin, Germany. You could drink in Berlin. They start drinking in Berlin at age 14. I think 4 years old. They give babies beer in Germany. Let's give him some beer. Oh, yeah. Drink up, baby. Yeah. Look how the top is really wobbling now. And once he starts wobbling, he'll have perfect balance in the future. That's how they look at it. They don't play that. They're like, look, you're going to be a German. You're going to be drunk, baby. So let's start you off now.
Right.
They get with it.
Get your system strong before it's time.
Right. They start building tolerance. But I went there. I was in the Army, and we had been in the field. Now, Berlin is all combat in the city. It's all urban training, right? Because you're in a city. Berlin is like the Manhattan of Europe at this time. This is 1985. The wall was up. Okay, so I'm over there, and we were in the field. The field is like 45 days. They take you to West Germany, and you in the woods. You're showering outside. You're shaving out of a steel pot, which is your helmet. It's when you get back to civilization, which is what they call garrison, all you want to do is hit the club because you've been around nothing but hard legs, men in the bushes, And men, you know, come on, man. I love my brothers, but come on, man. You be in close quarters with men. Men are funky. They nasty. They rip farts. They don't give a fuck. And you better not complain. None of that, man. We men. We out here. We soldiers. Deal with it. You get like that. So you want to be around a woman as soon as you get back. And man, I remember hitting the club late because we had a kiss-ass sergeant. And we was ready to turn our weapons in. He's like, no, we're going to clean everyone's weapons. What? Because he's kissing ass. So we had to stay late. So when we got to the club, oh, man, it was slim pickings. All the chicks was gone. Other units had got there and got the women. And there was none. There was none, man. And I looked, and I see one, man, and, yo, this chick looked like you ever see Buster Brown's shoes? There's a logo. Okay, she looked like the Buster Brown's logo, but a girl. She was like you know, and she looked at me. She looked at me, and I'm like, don't even think about it, Buster Brown. You know, don't even think about it. I looked around, there was nobody, and I looked back, and she was like, you nigga, come on, I'm the last. And I was like, all right, whatever, Buster Brown. Get your coat. Let's go. You lucky I've been in the woods, Buster Brown. So we went, man, and I went to a crib, and I was nice and drunk, and I was like, okay, look here, man, beautiful thing. We did our thing, right? And I'm ready to bounce. So I'm like, I'm a soak. Like, look, I knocked you down. Victory, yay, I'm going back to the barracks.
America.
And I went to look. I go look for my clothes, and my clothes are gone. For a brief moment, I must have knocked out and passed. You know how you hit victory and you pass out a minute. And I wake up. I'm going to get my clothes, and she hid my clothes, man. I'm like naked in this German woman's apartment. I'm like, wait a minute, hey. Give me my clothes, man. She says, oh, you'll have a lot of work to do, young soldier.
Yeah.
What? No, I don't. I'm getting out of here, bitch. I got no, you don't have duty. You just got back from the field. You'll have 4 days off. I know how it goes.
Oh, God.
Man. So it was about 4 days. I was trapped with the woman. It was probably like, I was 19. She was probably about 45, 46. Looked like Buster Brown. She like if Buster Brown took his hat off and had his hair, that was her.
Damn.
Her just in the face.
I wish I had the Buster Brown picture.
Her body was like a straight up 100% female bear. She was like 100% female bear. It wasn't but her grill was toe back, and it was desperateness of being in the field, eating MREs, being colors like whatever. And she got me. She won. By the time she gave me back my uniform, I actually kind of cared about it. I was like, hey, you take care. I'm serious. You take care of yourself. You ain't gonna beat me again, I doubt, but you be careful out here.
Oh my God. He's kind of careful.
He kind of careful.
Man, I was 19.
God. Oh my God.
Oh man.
So oh my God.
So Freez. Early comedy days, man. You worked with some people that we also grew up on, man. Not only work with them, but you're friends with them.
Well,
or was friends with them.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. When you do this, as long as I've done it and been blessed to do it, I'm thankful.
Yes.
Thankful I've been able to do this. And I've been able to work with cats like Paul Mooney, and I don't mean once or twice. I mean years watching Paul Mooney do stand up. Years
quick
watching
question.
Eddie Griffin.
Quick question for you, because I want to pause right there for a second.
Right.
How awesome was Paul Mooney's stand up?
Paul Mooney's stand up was awesome because, in my opinion, he did stand up for what we do stand up for.
Absolutely.
To me as comedians, I feel first off, as human beings, we can never lose sight that we can be laughed at.
Yes.
You cannot be to the point that you can't be laughed at. If you are ever feeling that you are above being laughed at, just get ready for life to check your ass. Because all of us look goofy as hell, do stupid shit, say stupid. We all can be laughed at. We all have something. So don't be afraid of being laughed at. And now that I can be laughed at, don't get mad if I point out that you can be laughed at. I'm gonna laugh at myself first, but then we all gonna laugh at everybody. It's not just gonna be, I'm not just gonna be the sucker that gets laughed at all night, you know? Paul Mooney was a perfect comedian to teach that just by doing what he did night after night at the Comedy Store. Eddie Griffin, night after night. I mean, everyone came through there. Man, Joe Rogan, night after night. Man, just the Wayans, the whole Wayans family, you know, Keenan, Damon, Sean, Marlon, all of I see these people come to the Comedy Store was that place. And, you know, now, I mean, we're talking like like Howie Mandel, you know, man, big people, man, big names. And you don't realize it at the time, but Dave Chappelle, these are people that you see on a regular basis and work with on a regular basis. You see them fail, you see them bomb, you see them win, so you understand, oh, this is all a work in progress, being a comedian. If you're a real comedian, you're constantly working, you know, and I don't knock joke thieves. I do, because they're from a different branch of the culture than me. I don't like joke thieves, but that's just me. I'm from the creating side of the culture. There's a big side of the culture that does bite. They do steal jokes. That's part of the culture for them, to see who can steal the joke from the unknowing comedian quicker. And they compare notes, and there's so many different ways to do this. This is a craft. It's like pottery. Motherfucker, how you gonna tell somebody they can't make a mug? We all can make a mug a different way, you know? So that's my theory anyway. And mind you, you know, I'm just one theory in a million. So, but my one thing I can say about my theory is I've lived it and I've done it. I've put it to the test, and it has truly taken me around the world, the real world, from Finland, doing comedy, doing stand-up comedy in Finland, Oslo, Norway, Stockholm, Sweden, Auckland, New Zealand, you know, and Iceland. I performed in Iceland. You know, Charlie Murphy, I toured with Charlie Murphy 6.5 years, 7 years. Wow. Almost 8, like a hard body too. That Dave Chappelle show, that was a worldwide. I ate off the Dave Chappelle show, and I was never on the Dave Chappelle show. That's how big the damn Dave Chappelle show is, baby.
Wow.
We performed around the world. And just by being Charlie's feature act, and I wrote with Charlie, so that took us. We toured, man. And I'm talking real tours, like 45 weekends out of the year.
Right.
We're on the road in a different city doing 6 to 8 shows every weekend. Bang, bang. You got to know what works, what doesn't work. And, you know, you got to get, you know, especially as in the position that I had, because I'm the feature act. We got an opener that's local. Hey, that opener might rock. Might really rock. Might be a great opener, like my man Ali Sadiq. Shouts out to Ali Sadiq out of Texas.
Another great
Ali
storyteller.
was opening for me and Charlie, killing it, doing his thing. And I would come out in between. Now here it is. Charlie Murphy was the type guy like, listen, nigga, I don't care what opening you get. It's got to be Freez Luv that comes out on stage before I do. Why? Because Freez Luv is never gonna hand me a sour note. Freez Luv and me have a motherfucking nigga. We have a we like this, nigga. We both here to win. So fuck all that dumb shit. You can put whoever the fuck you want. Freez can handle him, and Freez is gonna hand it to me lovely, and we're all gonna win. And that's real. We did that across the world. So
Hey, Freeze.
Yo.
I heard you tell a story about Charlie and a brownie. Can you share that with us?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I would, but I'm not. And nothing against you, but on the real, I love that dude. That was my brother, man.
Oh, for sure,
I mean, my
man.
brother.
Charlie.
And it's like I know him. I know him, and I can imagine him like, hey, nigga, how many goddamn times are you gonna talk about me, nigga? I've been dead. I'm gone, nigga. Go on to the next, Freeze. Don't talk about me, nigga. I'm done. You did it. We did it. Let's go to the next. Talk about what you doing, nigga. Fuck these niggas. Talk about that.
That's so your impersonation of Charlie. Oh God,
that's my homie.
On.
I know. Come on, man. Too much time. Too much time, man. I miss that dude. But I can tell you all, there was only one guy like him. And there's only one guy like me, and there's only one guy like you, and one guy like you. That's what I learned from that dude. Be you. Be you, man. Don't be afraid to be you. Because that's that, and especially to comedians. Don't come up here trying to be Kevin Hart, trying to be Cat Williams, trying to be Freez Luv, trying to be... No, be you. That's your guaranteed ticket. That's your ticket.
I'm glad you said something about that, Freeze, because again, I'm a comedian as well. I've been doing this for quite some time. Actually, I started I remember my first time I got my cherry popped in Chicago. At All Jokes Aside, Damon Williams used to be the host.
I know Damon. What up, Damon?
I did. Yeah, shout out to Damon Williams, man. I did a hot 9 minutes up there, scared out my mind and stuff like that. But he gave me some advice. And I've carried that with me throughout my career, different stages all over the country and stuff like that. And he told me, he said, any and everything can be made funny. It's all about your timing, And I try to tell these new guys, I mean, it's a lot, social media kind of messed up. Well, I wouldn't say it messed up the game. It kind of made the game watered down, because I tell people, anybody that listen, every single time that, comedy is actually, in my mind, maybe because I'm a comedian, I'm kind of biased, but I'm going to ask you, it's one of the hardest forms of entertainment, because here I am, a brand new person. You don't know me from a bag of rocks. I got to tell you a story about my life and to get you invested and laugh at the same time. Because if you're a singer, people are going to pay to see you sing. If you're a musician, people are going to come because they know you can play. But as a comedian, people taking a gamble on you.
And not only that, let me tell you something. As a musician, as a singer, you're never going to go to a musician where someone's just going to run out the audience and grab the guitar from the guitarist and start trying to play it, or just push the singer away. I can sing this, but with comedy, that's part of the game. There's some dickhead in the audience he's going to be the comedian tonight. That's another element that they don't have that we do, and that's real. So I'm gonna tell you, man. It is you gotta, as a comedian, it's a double-edged sword, because you gotta kind of take shit serious, but you can't take it too serious. I tell people like this, man, being a comedian is like being a tightrope walker. All right, you gotta walk across this rope and you gotta be balanced, right? And if you fall, you're only a foot off the ground, man. What are you crying about? You understand? It's not like you're a real tightrope walker walking across a canyon. No, if you're a comedian, you're a tightrope walker. But if you fall, you're just going to hit the ground, which is a foot away. They're not going to laugh. So what? Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Get creative, man. Get creative. Indulge. Talk about you, man. That's the quickest route to funny is you.
That's one thing I have to say, and Freeze helped me transition this. Because every time I used to be about to hit a stage, I call Freeze. Freeze, I think I'm gonna go out tonight. He go put in the work. So at first, I was up there just trying to crack jokes, make people laugh, say things I thought was funny. And the second that I transitioned over to talking about me, first of all, I didn't forget material. because it was one time I got on stage and I literally forgot everything that I was gonna say.
Yep.
Everything. But when it's
Just out
talking
the
about
window.
me, I can't forget what happened to me.
Exactly. You don't have to make up what happened to you. You don't have to remember. All you got to do is just recall it. It's you. It's right there. Man. And I'm gonna tell you, look, I really have been funny. I've been a funny dude my whole life. I've been able to make people laugh. I mean, literally it's crazy because my family will tell you I've always been that dude. But even that being said, the craft and the art of stand-up is something you have to learn. Absolutely. And the only way to learn it, in my opinion, and this is just after seeing time and time again, it's a 100% on the job training situation. It's hands-on. You cannot necessarily watch a video. You can't, all of that's cool, but it really comes down to that audience and you. In this world we're in now, the audience is all over the world on these phones. It's not an audience you can reach out and touch. It's a different audience. So naturally, what stand-up is becoming is going to be something different, something we haven't seen before. And you know, I complain about a lot of the computer stuff. I wish, and I mean it, I wish I knew how to make a hell of a fucking little crazy ass viral video. I wish I knew how to be an influencer. I don't know that. I'm old school, but what I do know, you can't learn. You can't put in the work. You can't put in 30 years on a stage like me. Those days are done.
That is true, because not for all, because some have made it, but those who make the comedic videos online and then they transition over to stand-up, it's a harder transition than they think, and a lot of them don't do so well.
Look, you don't get 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 takes to pick out the funniest one to post.
At all. Nope.
It's right there. Right there. If you don't make them laugh right then, hey, you know what I'm saying? When you hit that stage, you literally got
40 seconds.
Well, it depends. It depends. Now, if you're in Pittsburgh, you might have a day and a half. But if you're in New York, boy, you got about 20 seconds. LA, you might have 2, 3, depending on the latest movie you were in. You might have a week. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? It depends. And I say that because I know firsthand. You know, New York's not playing. These guys just got off of work. I've been working construction all day. You're gonna take $10 from me, and you're not gonna be funny. You know. But if you are, they give it up. But Dallas, all of that, hey man, you guys are different from Addison to Arlington. That's two different audiences. Yeah. Two different types of people that go to those clubs too. You know,
Addison. Do you find Addison to be a more sedity crowd than Arlington?
Uptight.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy is I always got just the opposite. Really? I always got that Arlington was more of a sedity. Yeah. And that's I'm only there for like 3, 4 days at a time. So, and every time I meet the people, they're on their best behavior because they're meeting the comedian and they're at work. So it's hard to say, but I always got like, damn, it's Arlington. I better straighten up. These are the staunch Dallas. Yeah, you know, and Addison seemed like it was a little bit more laid back, you know. Maybe it was because of how easy it was to get weed in Addison.
Oh yeah, it's very
I got weed pretty easy in Addison though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was like, man, you ain't got to go. They was like, look here, man, you don't gonna have a problem if you go outside that parking lot. As long as you stay right here in the office, man, blow it down like us. We all blow it down, but we stay indoors. Do not go out. Don't crack the window. None of that. Stay right there indoors. You gonna be all right. Freez Luv, pass that blunt.
Yeah, because everybody smoke. Hey, Freez, I got a real quick question. I know it's gonna be real easy for you.
Yes, sir.
Favorite movie you were in? Favorite movie that you were in?
Say what?
What was your favorite movie that you were in?
I was in?
Yeah.
Wow. Favorite movie I was in. That man.
Come on.
I would have to say Showtime. And
Really?
and it's Showtime, because it was probably the biggest movie I was in. And it's a bittersweet. It's my favorite movie because it was huge. They had stunts. I had, I had a stunt man that looked like me, and he was getting toe up, and some of the stunts I was doing I'm working with Robert De Niro. I'm working with Eddie Murphy. Man, this is like, for a comedian, this is like, dude, this is big. It was big. And then when the movie came out, all of my talking scenes were completely cut the hell out. I was like, what? I thought I was really about to be a star. They was like, oh, no. You did great. However, and you find out that big movies, man, they got these stars in these movies, man, they have contracts where it states that so much of the film is going to have their client in it. So many minutes of this hour and 30 minutes is got to be dedicated to, Robert De Niro. So many minutes has got to be dedicated to Eddie Murphy. And in that movie, if you look at that movie, Showtime, there are big stars throughout that movie. William Shatner, Rene Russo. I mean, there's legendary names in that movie. And by the time they were done, Freez Luv got about a half of a second.
Better than me. I was actually in the movie The Breakup with Vince Vaughn. They were filming in Chicago and everything like that. I was in the club scene.
Wow.
Came out, I'm telling everybody, like, I'm in there. I saw when they walked right past. I was like, I was kind of doing a little fake dancing and shit. I was like, y'all gonna see me. Nope. Didn't see me. Not. They cut the whole damn scene out. I was like, I spent the whole day on scene.
So
the whole day out there and was done. Nothing. Didn't have nothing. But a $50 check.
That's a hell of a story. That's how it is. And I'll tell you, I'll even got one for you. Me and Vince Vaughn quit the same manager at the same day.
Oh, wow.
And he became a household name, and I'm here talking to y'all.
Damn.
So that's my Vince Vaughn story. I mean, I was in the lobby of this manager. He's like, hey, Freeze. I'm like, hey, Vince, what's up? Because we had a mutual friend who was a comedian. He's like, yeah, man, are you with these guys? I said, I was, man, but they ain't doing shit. I'm about to quit today. He says, that's what I'm here doing. Yeah, they're full of crap, these guys. I was like, yeah, man. He's like, hey, man, good luck. I was like, good luck to you. And boy, we went in there. I went first and said, you guys suck. I'm out. Vince went in. Yeah, man, he's not with me, but he said, I quit. We were in the lobby. We had both quit, and we're in the lobby of the manager at the same time. And the manager said, well, good luck to both of you. That's real. I'm not even going to say the name because I think that person that was managing us, they're still in the business. You know?
Well, Vince clicked up with a hell of a group too. Yeah. I mean, man, you got to get up to that group, man. They kept themselves in business, man. And all of their stuff was just banger after banger. So
banger after banger, man. It's hey, man, Hollywood is once one hits, it could be a chain reaction. It could be a detrimental reaction too. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this. Period. And one thing I can say about me is I love this. I love what I do. And, I feel good just by this special, Throwing Apples. There's a reason it's called Throwing Apples. It's not just a random name. I'm not going to tell what the reason is. Buy the special, it'll explain it all. But let me tell you, when I told my father, God rest his soul, Vern Farmer, Pops was there. I had a good Pops. And when I told him that I was going to be a comedian, he said, yeah, I see that, cat. My Pops was a jazz fanatic. I grew up in a jazz household. There was always jazz playing in my house. And, you know, I mean, all types of jazz, from Chick Corea to Miles Davis to Dizzy Gillespie. My family, Art Farmer. I'm Paul Farmer. Art Farmer's my cousin. My pops and Art Farmer, when they was kids, was in trios and quintets and quartets. And, you know, I grew up with that. And I said, you know, I'm gonna be a comedian. And he was like, really? He said, listen, son, I'm gonna tell you a story. He said, you know Red Fox, right? I said, yeah. He said, you got the same birthday as him. I said, I know, I heard that. He said, yeah. He said, I'm gonna tell you something, son. He said, one day, he said, I lost my job. I went to work and these cats fired me. And I was supposed to pick up a check. They said, you got to come next Monday and get your check. He said, I went to work. They didn't have a check for me. They fired me. When I got home, he said, all my shit was on the curb. My landlord had evicted me. He said, I didn't have nothing, you know. I didn't have a job. I lost my apartment. He said, and he said, the chick I was dating drove by with all my shit on the curb. She said, you lousy nigga, you're right where you need to be, and drove off. He said, I didn't have nothing. He said, I had $5 in my pocket. He said, I left that shit right where it was. He said, I was walking to the liquor store. I was going to go, you know, get myself a bottle and just cash it in. Like, tomorrow's a new day, whatever. He said, and I walked past a sign that said, comedy, 2 drinks and live comedy for $5. And he said, man, I could buy a bottle with this $5, or I could go see a, man, fuck it. He said he went in there, he paid him $5, he got his 2 drinks, and out walked Red Fox. This is the first time he'd ever seen Red Fox. He didn't know him from Adam. He wasn't a star really at this time. And my pops, he said, man, son, that dude talked about everything that I was going through. He said, I laughed so hard. He said, man, I just had a whole new outlook on life. I realized that this was something that just happened. And hey, man, he said, I got a new job that next Monday, and I was out of a lease that I did. He said, man, everything worked out. But I just remember, he said, all I'm saying is be that comedian. Talk about real stuff, man. Help people, man. Make people, you know, pump their brakes and think about how good life is. Don't, you know what I'm saying? So I've always tried to take that approach to stand up. Yeah, we talk about all kind of stuff, you know, and that's why, you know, like my special, this is an independent special. It's been 30 years I've been in the game before I put out my special. It's not, you know, it's not because I could have put out a special years ago, but I wanted my special to be special whenever I did it. And that's what this is. It's independent because I wanted that control. I wanted to be able to say what I really want to say and to make people laugh at stuff that we need to laugh at, I think. You know what I mean? And to have that final say so. So, yeah, it's 30 years of the game. But it's independent. It's funny as hell. And I promise you, the feedback we've been getting back, I'm so happy because people are letting me know it's doing what I want it to do. And that's make people laugh, man, and make people laugh at some stuff that's maybe very difficult to laugh at. But this is what we got to laugh at because laughter's medicine, man. And literally, dude, we'll go crazy. You'll go crazy, man. You got to remember, there's people out here who are not in a position to laugh. There's someone in the hospital that can't laugh right now, man. Yeah. So the fact you can just laugh at something, appreciate it. Laugh at that shit, man. Don't hold back. Laugh at yourself first. You know, I'll say that.
So, Freez, this is what I got to ask you. Being in the business of laughter, how do you handle being in that business while you're going through pain?
Man, a lot of times, shit, man, let me tell you, a lot of times you can't laugh. The pain is so intense because this is life. Life has got some life, you know. Hey, this is what makes me stop and laugh. So I got a friend of mine, shouts out to my homie, Big D Rob, my homie. And he said to me, he said, man, He said, you know what I just realized? Well, this was like when we was like in our 30s, our early 30s. He said, you know what I realized, man? Life is just one big ass whooping. And I'm like, it is. And he's like, man, for real, man, if you can't take an ass whooping, you might be out of here, man. Because life is one big ass whooping. Wow. And you can't just walk around hollering like you want to when you get your ass whooped. Get up off me, like, get up off me.
That's
life
one of the
will
best
be whooping your ass relentlessly. Life doesn't care if it hurt.
Man.
So I always put that in my head, man. And I try to put that in my head, you know, because it's not a guarantee. A lot of times, man, I don't think that I'm laughing at everything that happens to my ass. It comes to the conclusion of laughter.
Right.
You know, there's some shit that goes on. I'll be mad in the mouth, like laughing is not happening, you know, but it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter.
It's gonna happen.
Hey, man, look.
Hey, so check this out. You just said something that reminded me of what my dad did, man. So, you know, come about 13 years old, my daddy said, we did something and we just knew he was going to beat our ass. And he said, you know what?
Right.
I'm not going to whoop you. I'm going to let life whoop you. And so my whole thought process was, damn, he passing up an ass whooping? I better cool out it, because if life worse than this, because I used to think he enjoyed whooping our ass.
Man.
That's crazy.
Man, that's real. That's real, man. I mean, and you got to think, when he said that, he was like, you know what? I cannot put this belt on your ass with enough force to make you really understand. But guess what? I'm positive that with that attitude and with that outlook, and I do that now. It's a lot of times, man, you know, especially as a black man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that you just wish you could walk around and slap the dog shit out of. You want to do that. You wish you, but then you got to stop and think, like, you know how tired your arm will be. You know how many people deserve in your regular thinking mind deserve to have the shit slapped out of them. You can't do that. You can't. You don't. Life will, baby. Some people, I see them acting like, you know, the especially the driving people. Hey, motherfucker! Yeah. I'll be like, life got you.
I feel personally
I'm not
attacked.
even mad no more. I'm at that age. It's a beautiful thing. I can like laugh, you know, fools pull up on you mad dogging. I'm like, life got you.
Hey,
Freez, I feel attacked, Freez. I feel attacked on that last one right there, sir.
Wait, hold on. This is not part of the show, y'all. I promise. But I wanted to do this because I got both you, Thomas J, and Freez Luv on here. TMI News. Actually, I got a news story that I want to share. I just want y'all opinion on this one. I just want y'all opinion on this one. So we go skip. If you can play the intro to TMI News and play the video for TMI News. I mean, for the news story.
Okay. Here we go.
Now she probably don't know what I'm talking about, but
no,
I got
honestly,
it.
I didn't see the last video. You know, I don't see the video like y'all do.
Okay, here you go.
The day she was born, you came up to me, motherfucking child. What's your dog?
And your wife's about to find out. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Your wife finding out that you're on the day of your baby being born.
Not even on the day.
I fucked up and
I screwed up.
Not even on the day.
The fucking moment. Hey,
the moment.
Listen, the moment. I just had a baby. I just had a baby.
Okay.
I just had a baby. That shit drives. Okay. Now, how did I get this picture?
I have no idea.
How did I get that
Hey,
picture?
I don't quit fucking playing.
You've been talking to a little girl though, haven't you?
No, I haven't. Ooh, come on. I already told you to stop the bullshit.
Are you having a baby right now?
Yes.
Like right now?
Oh, what the fuck?
Your wife, or your chill out.
All right, so let me explain what's going on so y'all can further know, because I'm literally in tears laughing. So do y'all remember the To Catch a Predator? Joey Greco?
Chris Hansen.
Yes.
Chris Hansen, there you go. So Joey Greco was cheaters, my bad.
Yeah, he was,
But this is allegedly and apparently there's a group that tracked down pedophiles and beat their ass.
Right.
So I wanted y'all opinion on regarding, because this today's society don't understand that there's consequences behind your actions.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man. Let me tell you. This guy, you felt that you had the right to do that to a child, and you felt that no matter what, you were going to do that. I thoroughly believe that once you do that, you have really opened the door to the world for what that gets you.
Yeah.
And hey, man, if a parent catches you doing this and you've done this, that parent is liable to really smoke you. And honestly, I wouldn't even have a court case for the parent. I'd be like, well, he knew what he was doing. Oh, you like him young? Well, that's why you're dead, nigga. That's how you end that. You catch somebody in the act, he's got those pictures. Look, man, the thing about that, and this is, again, I'm a comedian, okay? So you're going to get a comedian's opinion.
Yeah,
you're a comedian. Hey, you like messing with children. No problem, my friend. We are going to put you directly in the penitentiary, and you're going to be dressed like a baby. Just put him in the pen, dressed like a baby, so that they don't have to say anything. Once the dude shows up with some county diapers on, they gonna know what he did. And just let it go down. Just let it go down. Matter of fact, I think that's a great way for a criminal to work off some of his sentence, is dealing with these new babies that come in the pen in the diapers for the child, messing with kids. And I'm sorry, I thoroughly believe that they should be castrated. They should be castrated. And the reason is because, listen, they have said there's certain things, certain ways of thinking that once they go there, there is no going back. If you get off on children, my man, you're done. You don't need to fuck no more. What do you have? Why do you don't need this? Take it away. He doesn't need this. You're not gonna. This is only going to get you in trouble, my friend. So off it must come.
Hey,
you shouldn't have this equipment, and the broads too. Because let's not be mistaken, there's a lot of little boys out there that just want to go to school and get an education, but they big ass motherfucking full-grown teacher breathing down their neck. Ooh, Shariq, you did them math problems so well. It goes back and forth. Kids are 100% off limits. I don't care if it's girl kids or boy kids. Children, 100% off limits. When you cross that line, man, you should be able to deal with the worst circumstances that life has to offer your ass.
Man, I totally agree. I totally agree. And just think about it. When they are on whatever device they are luring these kids, imagine if they now have something to think about, like, wait, maybe this ain't no kid. Maybe this the ass whooping brigade. That maybe I need to stop texting or sending pictures or whatever the case is, because I'm not gonna lie.
But see, that's the thing, man. Because let me tell you something, Jack. This ain't nothing new. You just get it on camera now. Yeah. Well, you remember Maya Angelou? You know why the caged bird sings. This ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
There's sick ass adults that have been messing with kids throughout time, and it's a mental situation. These people are not right. They, the medical books where it labels them as being insane has been erased so that it doesn't say that. It just says, "Oh, he's just Uncle Tyrone." Everyone knows not to put kids around. No. If everyone knows, then he's got to go. They should put these fools on one big island. Just put them on an island, man. Put them on an island and let them live. Man, give them some motherfucking shovels and some motherfucking sticks and say, you niggas go catch your food, go do whatever. You're on the island.
Well, the only thing I'm going to say about the island.
Yeah,
the only thing I'm going to say about the
island. Weirdo Island. Yeah, you go to Weirdo Island and we're not going to feed you. We're not going to do, you're on Weirdo Island. You did something to put you on Weirdo Island. And you're not swimming back because sharks eat weirdos like a motherfucker.
Eat them like a motherfucker.
Hey, the only thing I'm going to say about Weirdo Island, Freeze, the only thing I'm going to say about Weirdo Island is I feel sorry for the youngest person.
Say what?
I said, the only thing I'm going to say about Weirdo Island is I feel sorry for the youngest person. They getting fucked.
Man, let me tell you, I don't feel sorry for the youngest person because that little young person on Weirdo Island is on there for a reason.
Right.
Yep.
He was fucking with dogs or cats or something. He was doing some weird shit, kid. So pretending you're to Weirdo Island. And you're gonna be on the other end of the receiving end. Weirdo Island, you're done. You're on Weirdo Island.
There's no rules.
Put them on Weirdo Island. You save the taxpayers. You ain't gotta feed them, give them sticks.
That's oh shit. That is funny to me. That is
stick them on Weirdo Island, man.
Man, hey,
I mean, that's the safest way, man. And then, every now and then you just drop, just so that Weirdo Island doesn't become overpopulated, just fly over and drop like a gang of bombs, like rocks and bombs, just to keep Weirdo Island so that there's always space.
But overpopulate,
there's always space. You never run out of space on Weirdo Island, baby.
Overpopulate.
Yeah, you send some bears, send 15 bears and some leopards and shit for about a weekend or something. Just send them out there, and then y'all and you catch them on a Monday or something. You just go back over there, pick them up in a few days. Let them take care.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I'm buying throwing apples tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Make sure that y'all
thank you, man. Apples. Thank you.
This brother's a genius.
Hey, man, it's independent. We independent. I got shouts out to my investors, the guys that got rocked with me, and it's doing well. It's going to be a treat for you, man. You are going to love this. I feel. And this is the feedback people have been giving me. If you know Freez Luv, I don't just do nothing just to take nobody's money. I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that. I believe when you crack your wallet for me, I want you to crack it again. So I'm going to make sure that you don't feel like, oh, this motherfucker got me. That was some bull. No, I want it to be like, yo, that's good money right there. You can spend there and you're gonna feel good. It ain't gonna be a waste. I don't believe in wasting people's money. We work hard for our bread, man. So hit it up.
And you're independent.
www.throwingapples.com. www.throwingapples.com. Spelled just how you say that. Throwingapples.com. No fancy spelling, no hip hop spelling. Throwingapples.com, baby. I made it real simple.
Throwing apples with a Z.
Well, right, with a Z and
some of y'all like, wait a minute. What did he do? What? Throwing apples.
They spell it throwing with a W,
man. How you spell it? Throwing. THROWINGAPPLES.com.
Make sure y'all
as well as
IN and shit. Yeah.
Hey, Freeze, you got music out there as well, man. Go ahead and promote your music too.
Yeah. Hey, Look up photosentences, Photosentenses, photosentences, or comedian Freez Luv, and photosentences like FOTO, not like pictures, but kind of like pictures, you know, sentences. Like my songs create a visual, you know what I'm saying? You got some songs on there. Shouts out to all the, hey man, shouts out to hey man, my album knocks. I'm gonna tell you, you could put my album in any one of them motherfucking slabs. My shit knocks. I wish DJ Screw or somebody, in honor of DJ Screw, somebody out there in Texas. I know they in Houston. Y'all in Dallas. Come on, goddammit. I know Houston would love my shit because my shit knocks.
Hey, Freeze, I think you just
Houston,
started some
Dallas,
weirdo island,
Corpus
man.
Christi, Victoria, Austin, San Antonio.
Wow.
Lubbock. All them little places.
There you go.
Helene, Texas. Beaumont, Texas. Granny's Neck, Texas. Pick up a rock and throw it, Texas. I will tell you one thing. The craziest place in Texas, before we leave, craziest place in Texas to me is Odessa. Odessa, Texas is not a place. It's the year 1992. Forever. That shit, 1982. 1982. Odessa, Texas is 1982. The cocaine that's running through that motherfucker, they buck wild in Odessa. Man, it's 1982 right now. They got niggas in parachute pants and mullets and fucking all dressed like motherfucking what's the nigga Miami Vice? They dress like Miami Vice right now in motherfucking Odessa.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Like this. I'm telling you, man, they buck wild, man.
So just change the name, take Odessa off, and just put 1982.
1982 Texas. That's what you should call it. 1982 Texas. It's like a time warp. You're going to go in there and you're going to see the same amount of cocaine in Miami and Los Angeles right there in 1982 Texas. The mayor of 1982 Texas is what's that boy's name? Billy Ocean. He is the mayor of 1982 Texas.
Oh shit.
Billy,
oh my god,
Billy Ocean.
Oh shit!
I've never been to Odessa, but that's funny as hell, man.
He's telling the absolute truth, sir. He's telling the absolute truth. Yeah.
Oh my god, man. Last question, Freeze. I know you've been to New York, of course, and I know you've been to Chicago. Correct? Did he freeze? Did we got Freeze?
He's DJ Freeze, or he's free. He's comedian Freez Luv. That's what he is.
Freeze is frozen. Hold on, let me see if I can get him. Let me see if I can get him back active. But hey, since we have this time, man, we got to play another Freez Luv clip. Go ahead and play another Freez Luv clip while we have this time.
He killing me.
Oh my god, I'm about to die.
Hello, remember me? Well, interesting enough, I'm Tony Scarelli, world-renowned sparring partner for the heavyweight boxing champs of the world. And I've worked with all of them too. From Tyson to Holyfield to Lewis. At my academy, we will teach you how to receive multiple blows to the head and body. Let's face it, not everybody can be champ, but every champ needs someone to practice on. So take a look at some of these photos of me just before I received some of my biggest checks. For a small fee, you too can be a member of the Tony Scarelli Academy for Sparring Partners. So,
cut! Tony, read the cue card. It's right there. That's all you gotta do is read the cue card.
Well, yeah, Tony, I mean, Charlie, I'm sorry, I'm just getting so confused. Like for instance, when I say, take a look at me and some of my photos, I don't even have any photos. And then I say, so start today. How is anyone going to start the academy today when I'm not down there to do the paperwork? I'm here doing the commercial.
Tony, listen, Tony. By the time this commercial airs, today will be relevant. Remember when I said first we shoot the commercial, then we edit the commercial, then we air the commercial, right? Remember when I said by that time, today will be relevant.
Shoot it, we edit, we air. Oh, gee. I'm such a moron, Charlie, you know?
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh.
Hey man, we may have lost the connection, but hey, it's time to close the show anyway. And that was one hell of a show by none other than the legend Freez Luv, man. Thank you for gracing our stage today, Thomas J. I ain't got nothing. I'm drained, bro. I done laughed too damn hard. What you got?
Yeah, Tony Scarelli, man. Look, I'm almost done. I got one last thing. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Y'all know exactly what I'm about to say. July 27th. In a couple of weeks. Summer Comedy Slam. Get your tickets if you ain't got them already, because I just got a couple of messages while I'm on the show right now about buying tickets. I just sent the link to a couple of people, so don't be the one standing outside like, man, I can't get in, man. Nope, because you didn't buy your damn tickets. So make sure you get your tickets, man. Doors gonna open at 7 o'clock. It's gonna be a hell of a show. I'm going to be partially. I'm probably gonna do some cocaine myself, so I can be super stupid. Go down to 1982 and give me some cocaine. I need the raw, uncut stuff. And I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna let it ride, man. I'm gonna let it ride. Freez Luv is definitely is a treasure. It was a pleasure talking to him and listening to him. Great fucking stories, man. He's hilarious as shit, and I will be buying Throwing Apples because I need to see the rest of this stuff. But yeah, man, make sure you get y'all tickets, man. We're gonna be in the building here real soon, acting the whole fool.
Let me pop my shit for a minute.
Uh-oh.
So, just like Thomas J said, we tried to told y'all the last time, and yes, we tried to told y'all with Laughomania that get your tickets. We put the doggone tickets on sale 2 months before the event. You Negroes tried to pull up 2 hours before the event and got mad because your internet wasn't working.
Yep.
That's what you thought when it kept telling you there was no tickets available.
Yep.
We warned you that it was going to sell out.
Yep.
And it did.
Yep.
We telling y'all this time, but your hard-head ass want to wait till your last paycheck day before the event to get your tickets.
Yep.
It's going to be too late for you then.
Yep.
I don't want to hear this shit as far as, hey, I got cash because ain't no tickets at the door.
I don't know. I might try.
Nah, hell nah. Hell, not this time. Ain't no cash at the door. Ain't no hookups. Ain't no open the tickets back up. Ain't no get a couple of more folding chairs and sit them way in the back in the corner where y'all rubbing knees and all that other
Stand
stuff.
at the door and listen. Standing by the door on the outside and listen. That's what y'all gonna have to do.
It ain't like we telling y'all a week before the event. Now the tickets on sale. Buy the tickets. We've been telling y'all this shit since what, April, May?
About around that time.
Yeah. So now he telling y'all, folks steady hitting him up. Folks steady hitting me up. So when the tickets is gone, I don't want to hear it.
I want to see y'all in the building. Come on. If y'all,
and I'm not talking about you ones that hit me up and say, I'm gonna buy a ticket and don't never buy one. I'm not talking about y'all. Because guess what? I've already not included y'all in the number anyway. Because I knew what you was gonna do.
That's me. Stop doing that. That's me.
I knew what you was gonna do. Y'all play that, y'all do that every time. Don't y'all got a family member that one family member that always ask about the event and then they don't never show up to the shit? Now you done told them and they don't show up, but then the next one you don't tell them and they get offended because you didn't tell them about the y'all didn't tell me nothing about the part. You didn't come to the last one. So what I'm trying to say is pretty soon some of y'all won't be in that number.
Ouch.
When the Saints come marching in.
Oh wow. Okay.
July 27. Get your damn tickets.
And yes, Kenya, if you can hear me, go ahead and run that promo real quick so we can show them what's going on. You just run it.
Yeah.
I don't call you white. I like to call y'all light skin because you're light skin. You're lighter than us. You know. I like to have you in the car with me when I get pulled over and shit. Just don't say that I kidnapped you, no bullshit like that. I'm like, I don't know him, officer. I don't fucking know him.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I just picture somebody doing this shit.
But don't you do it again. Don't you do it. Don't worry about picturing other people. Just don't do it.
You know what I'm talking about though?
Nope,
This when they be like, you know, if you look at the camera while I'm doing this, we go together, right?
That's why I'm not looking. I'm not looking right now. I'm not looking.
Hey, man, it's been a hell of a show, y'all. TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI Tate. And none other than Thomas J. If y'all don't know what y'all been listening to by now, you listen to the greatest news segment in history. We out of here, y'all. Say what?